Today is Saturday, which means it is Parkrun Day, and it is a special one as we are going to be doing the one and only Parkrun here in Malaysia. So the Parkrun which we're doing is called Presint 18, and I'm going to be telling you everything that you need to know about this Parkrun whilst also trying to achieve my best time. Presint 18 Parkrun is located very close to the capital of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and it is located in an area called Putrajaya, which is about a 35-minute drive from the centre of the city, or an hour and 20 minutes via public transport. The Parkrun, it's an out and back course. It is very flat and it is all on hard standing surface. There is one small section with a little bit of an uphill followed by a U-turn and then a little bit of a downhill, but apart from that, you can't complain about how flat this course is. It is all alongside the Putrajaya Lake, and you get stunning views of the opposite side of the lake, and definitely the far end take a look to, as there is a massive mosque and it looks really impressive. With it being all on hard standing paths, I definitely recommend taking road shoes. There is no need for trail shoes for this park run, and I definitely recommend taking water too, because it is very hot and humid, and I have to say this is probably the hottest and most humid park run which I have ever done. It is very important to note too that this park run starts at 7:30 a.m, not 9 a.m. like most of the ones do in the UK, so make sure to set your alarm nice and early. Also, buggies / prams are allowed, however, unfortunately, dogs are not allowed at this course. It is most likely because of how tight the paths are. They don't want any dogs tripping people up on the other side on the way back. And there are also free toilets, showers, and also changing rooms at the Kompleks Futsal, which is right by the start line too. So that is great news. In terms of the scenery, it was stunning. Blue skies, beautiful lake to run alongside. And then, as I was saying earlier, there was the mosque and some other impressive buildings dotted around, and you can see for quite a distance too. So I definitely recommend coming to this one if you enjoy your scenic runs. In terms of how busy it was not too busy at all. So in terms of trying to get a PB or a quick time, you should be okay, and there's not really any bottlenecks in the section either, so it is pretty good. In terms of how quick the parkrun is, it is very flat. It does have one small little bit of an incline at one section, and then it's got 2 U-turns too. So I'd probably say it is PB worthy. However, due to the humidity, it is going to slow you down quite a lot. So I'd say it's quicker than a lot of the ones that you get in the UK. However, with the humidity, it just makes it that little bit harder than what we're used to. And if you've got this far not knowing what a parkrun is, it is essentially a 5k run ran by a group of volunteers. They both time and marshal the event. Once you hit the finish line, you'll be given a finish token. A volunteer will scan that alongside your personalised barcode, and then your finish time and finish position will be sent to you later on. And now let's take a look at a summary of the course. So you can see it's alongside the river. This little kink here is where that small up and downhill is. You'll then do a U-turn by the mosque, which you can see there from the top too, and you'll head your way all the way back to the start. As you can see in the top left, it's pretty flat with an elevation gain of just 7 meters and max elevation of 33 meters, so pretty flat. That is a quick summary of the course, but now it is time to take a look at it in a bit more detail. Starting off here alongside the futsal complex of Presint 18 and making your way towards the lake. You're then going to make a left-hand turn. Going up the path, it is very flat, all on hard standing, until you get to this sort of tree area where you'll do a swooping U-turn and head your way to the one bit of the course which has a slight incline to it. You'll head up towards the top of there, towards the roundabout, and then do a U-turn at the top and head your way straight back down. You're then going to follow the river up towards the north, crossing under a bridge here, and then passing Pebbles Beach too. You'll keep continuing up alongside the river, which I have to say was stunning. Make sure to look off to your right-hand side the whole way around. You'll then do a left-hand turn up at the top here, very close to Putra Square. You'll then continue your way down towards the bridge before doing your second U-turn of the run. Once you've done that U-turn, make sure you keep your eyes out to the left. You'll see the Masjid Putra, which is a massive waterfront mosque with a pink dome on top. It looks really impressive, so definitely look out for that. You'll then obviously turn off back to the right, head your way all the way back down, passing Pebbles Beach, passing the bridge, and then all the way back to the futsal complex before turning off to the right and heading your way all the way back to where you started, and that will be where the finish line is too. It is a really easy park run in terms of directions. You're not really going to get lost, and where you can get lost, there'll be marshals pointing you in the right direction. So overall, it is a really easy one to do. It is a flat one too, and it is also very scenic. But now let's take a look at some incredible park run records here at Presint 18 Park Run. Starting off with the fastest male. That was Wai Ching So with a time of 16 minutes and 10 seconds, which is unbelievable. The fastest female is Joazia Zakreski. I'm sorry if I completely butchered your name, but you got a time of 19 minutes and 23 seconds. So an incredible time again there from the fastest female. The average number of runners at this park run is around 87, which isn't many at all, and the average time is 40 minutes and 13 seconds, so a pretty slow one for such a flat course. But now let's take a look at some slightly slower stats, which are my GoPro stats. Starting off with the number of park runs, which is 70. This is going to be number 71. Number of locations is 51 too, so we're going to go up to 52, which is good. My best finish position was set in Poland, and that was 4th. And then my fastest times range from 22:32 all the way down to 23:09. But I can't see myself getting on the leaderboard today, as it is going to be a very hot and humid one. And now the bit which you have all been waiting for. We have come down to the run. As you can see, it is very dark. That is because the sun has just risen right in front of us. It is beautiful orange colour. There's quite a few people here at the start line too. You do sort of get caught up in a little bit of a pack, but it does spread out very quickly, I have to say. So we're all getting ready for the run. It is very warm. It's currently around 30 degrees Celsius, so a bit ridiculous to be honest. But we'll be getting off in 3, 2, 1, we're off, and hopefully we can get a decent time. The aim is going to be for a sub 26 minutes. Because of the heat, I thought, you know what, I don't want to go out too quickly and absolutely kill myself as I am traveling around. So instead, we're going to set a time of 26 minutes as what we want to get. So as I said just a second ago, opens up really quickly. You've got plenty of space to overtake right now, and we're heading our way towards the river, which you can see just ahead of us there. Look at how beautiful that is as we turn off to the left-hand side, and we're now heading our way down the flat alongside the lake, sorry, not a river, alongside the lake, and it's been a quick start from us so far, running at about a 5 minutes per kilometre pace, so we're definitely going to be getting under 26 minutes if we can keep at this. Half a kilometre in, and it's going pretty well at the moment as we're running at around a 4:35 pace. So that is pretty quick for me, and I need to slow down because I'm not going to be able to keep up at this pace. As you can see, it is pretty flat right now. The elevation is currently sitting at around 29 to 30 meters. It has been fluctuating that little bit, but apart from that, it is quite an easy one so far. You do need to be wary though of other people using the path. There's a few cyclists which have gone past. There's other people obviously walking and jogging too, so be wary of those. Don't want to run head on into them. But if you do need any more information on my split times or on the elevation in this park run, then I'll leave a link to my Strava in the description below so you can go and check that out. But I have to say, pretty cool outfit there on the right hand side. So there has been a slight drop in elevation since the start from 29 to 26, so a 3 meter drop. On the left hand side is that tree area which I was talking about, and this is the long swooping U-turn which you're going to be doing, and now you're heading uphill to that roundabout. You might see in a minute on the opposite side some runners there, which are people who are out at the front right now, so they are absolutely smashing it. I mean, that could be just the public, let's be honest. These ones probably coming down are now the people up at the front. But this is a slight incline. You can see the meters in the bottom right hand corner slowly making their way up, and then you'll hit the U-turn and turn around and head your way all the way back down. But if you do enjoy these reviews and find them useful, do make sure to hit that subscribe button, as we will get one out to you every week. And also hit the like button if you're enjoying this one too. It does go a long way to supporting the channel. And we're now heading round that U-turn and heading back down. So a good start so far, but I'm worried that it's a little bit too quick. 1.3 kilometers in, and we are back down at that 29 meters elevation, heading our way under the bridge, which I was talking about in the course overview. It is beautiful though. Look at some of the houses there on that right hand side. How amazing their view will be of the lake. Beautiful run which you can do too. So I have to say, anyone living around here is living the life, because it is amazing. And just wait until you see the mosque at the far end. It looks so modern, clean, and just impeccable. 1.7 kilometers in, and there is Pebbles Beach on the right hand side. I mean, I've definitely seen much nicer beaches, but I suppose this is a beach in a lake, so you don't often get some of those. Some amazing palm trees there on that right hand side too, and plenty of places to sit if you want to go for like a little picnic after, or if you just want to chill out, or maybe even watch the park run from there. So far so good, and we'll check in at 2 kilometers to see how we're getting on. 2 kilometers down, 3 kilometers to go. So our first kilometer was ran at a pace of 4:44, so pretty quick for me as that one. So I was like, okay, I should probably slow down here. And then my second kilometer was 4 minutes and 28 seconds. Probably the biggest mistake that I could have made at this park run, believing that I was going nice and quickly. This was all nice and easy sort of pace. I can keep this up for the whole time round, but it was getting very hot now. So it's very humid on the day, like I was saying earlier, and that does make it that lot harder. Right now though, I'm still running and I'm feeling fine. So you'll see in just a moment when I hit basically a wall and I just start slowing down and getting slower and slower and slower. So definitely recommend, don't go out too quick and don't go for a PB here if you've got a really good PB in the UK. But still beautiful scenes, tarmac paths, flat at 29 meters elevation. So it is a good one to do. However, you can get too carried away like me. And there it is on the right hand side. You might be able to see it just over there, but that is the mosque, and there's the bridge from the mosque all the way to the island. You can see the guy in front of me trying to get a quick snap of it. So there's the people there on the right hand side, which are on their way back. So they are absolutely flying right now. I will try and get a better video of it and see maybe whether I can pull it up on the screen. I remember trying to get a video in just a second, but look at how amazing that mosque is in front of us. It is beautiful. And we have done half of the park run. The Masjid Putra on that right hand side, looking incredible. There's the bridge up to it too. It's a massive structure, I do have to say. But this is where you now turn off to that left hand side and head your way towards the second and final U-turn. And here it is, the U-turn to make our way back towards the start. And here we go, turning around. And a little bit of information on that Masjid Putra is that it can hold up to 15,000 worshippers, which is actually crazy just how many people it can hold. You can see in a second me dart off to the left-hand side to try and get some really good footage of the mosque. I mean, I say really good footage, I'm trying to get a video whilst I'm running, so it's never going to be good. This guy in front of me is doing the exact same thing, so he must definitely be a tourist too. But we've almost hit the 3 kilometer mark, and we're now running at a pace of around sort of 5 minutes, so it is definitely starting to slow down, especially as the previous kilometer was done in a 4:28. So I did start to realise at this point that I'd gone off too quickly. Three and a half kilometers down, 1.5 kilometers to go. And as you can see, I'm sort of running on my own again. It's really weird because last week in Singapore, it was very similar to this, where I sort of just get into a spot where there's no one around me. There's no one in front, not anyone really that close to me behind either, although I am slowing down, so I probably can think of someone coming around me in just a moment. Photographer there getting a quick snap of me running too. I did get a couple of good photos, but I looked like I was dying in both of them. So these ones will not be shared and will be saved personally for me. I'm running at about a 5 minute and 5 pace, so I am slowing down more and more. But I have to say, I just really enjoyed how amazing this park run looked, and it was not going to be one where I was going to get a quick time. And we are back to Pebbles Beach, which you can see there on the left. Been taken over by Black Top in front of me, who's now flying, but I'm just enjoying it. Look at how amazing it looks. It's so tropical, and I definitely recommend going to Kuala Lumpur. And if you want any ideas on what to do whilst you're in Kuala Lumpur, if you go and check out my Sheppy10 channel, so at Sheppy10 on YouTube, then you can go and find some vlogs which I have done whilst here in Kuala Lumpur. And I have to say, we went and saw some amazing things like the Batu Caves and the Petronas Towers. Both of those are probably the biggest highlights, although there was much more which we did. So we're back crossing underneath the bridge. We've done just over 4 kilometres, so we're heading towards our final kilometre. So hopefully we can keep it a decent time so that we do get less than the 26-minute time. That run was done in a 5-minute and 17 pace. So we have really dropped off, and you can tell by just how many people have overtaken me at this point. But I'm just happy that we're getting towards the end now. I'm dripping with sweat. Definitely bring water for after, and you'll see the snacks that they provide too, because they were delicious. And we're cutting off to the left-hand side. So what you just saw ahead of us just then was the hill which we had to do there in the first lap. You don't have to do the hill the second time, which is great news. So we're just running past the tree area now and heading our way back to the start to the futsal centre. And we are almost back to the finish line. So you've got to be watching out now for people that are doing the dragon race, but I think it's called dragon boat racing. And they're all now getting ready to get on the water and go and do that in the lake just to the left-hand side of us. But as you can see, the Parkrun sign is illustrating that we are near the finish right now. As we turn off to the right, there is a slight incline, which is horrible too, but it's going to be close to see whether we can get under that 26-minute time. We're trying to sprint, picking up the pace from a 5:37 all the way up to a 4:15. There is the finish line just there. And what time are we going to get? Yes, there we go. We get a time of 25 minutes and 54 seconds. So I'm really happy that I managed to get under 26 minutes, and we got a position there of 26th too, so not bad at all. Right near the front actually. I didn't expect my position to be quite that good, but I really enjoyed this park run. It was very hot, but let's go and take a look at a summary of it now. So as you can tell, I have just finished the park run and I am boiling, sweating, knackered. I don't think I've ever felt so bad after a park run in my life, but it was really good fun and a beautiful atmosphere too, and it was lovely to run down the river, and there's this massive mosque at the end which looked really cool too. But they also give out snacks at the end, so I think UK Parkrun should do more of this because this looks delicious. So we've got a peanut butter ball of some form, by the looks of it a red velvet cookie. I'll try it. Oh, that's actually unreal. That's a red velvet cookie. Tastes delicious. This is like a pineapple tart. That's really good too. Some form of onion crisp, a soy crisp, and then what looked like banana bread, but I'm not sure if it is or not. So it all tastes delicious. They've also got like ice creams, chocolate bars, got loads of other stuff too, which I'll obviously show on the video. But really enjoyed it. Definitely recommend doing it if you ever come to Malaysia. It's a little bit out from the centre. It's about sort of like a 40-minute drive from the centre, but we stayed in a hotel just opposite, so I recommend doing that. Precinct 18 Parkrun complete, ticking off yet another P from the Alphabet Challenge. So I've now done 3 Ps, Pomfrey Hill, Pontypool, and now Precinct 82. So pretty good from there. That's the first time I've ever done one in Malaysia, and I've completed all of them in Malaysia as there is only one park run. So technically I've completed a country too. Also, that is the first time ever in the stopwatch challenge, which I have had 54 seconds as the second half of my time, so also get that too. So overall, really successful park run, even though it wasn't that quick. The park run wasn't too busy at all too, which was nice, and it was full of a mixture of tourists and locals, which was great. It was a really nice mix, I do have to say, of people. The community was lovely and they were supporting us the whole way. So a massive thank you to all of the volunteers, because without them, none of these park runs go ahead, and my Saturday mornings couldn't get much better. But now let's take a look at a couple of the pinch points which can slow you down to stop you from getting your PB. Starting off with pinch point number 1, which there's no blame to this park run, but it is the humidity. That is definitely going to slow you down. You could do it at a much quicker time if you were to do it in the UK, that exact park run. Also, number 2 is probably the U-turns. There are 2 slight U-turns, one obviously in the middle and one at the far end. And then the third one is going to be the slight incline. So it's only about 50 meters up and then 50 meters back down. So it is not bad at all, but it is going to slow you down and take just a couple of seconds off your time. And as usual, this section is the tips and tricks, going through how to get to this park run and where to go for your post-park run coffee. Starting off with public transport. So if you want to get there via MRT, the closest station to the park run is the Putrajaya Central MRT station. So from there it is over an hour walk, so I don't recommend doing that. It's 37 minutes on public transport, so that is doable. However, it is just a 10-minute drive if you did want to get a taxi to the start. And then next up is the public bus. So the closest bus stop to the park run, which is operational in the morning, is the SK Putrajaya Precinct 18 stop PPJ349, and it is just a 15-minute walk to the start from this stop, so I'll highly recommend that if you're not too far away from there. And then I think most of the tourists which are watching this video will probably want to get a taxi from either the centre of the CBD or to wherever they are based, and it's going to take about 35 minutes to get from the centre to the Kompleks Futsal. So that's where I'd recommend telling the taxi driver. You can either get the Grab taxis, so you can use the Grab app, or you can just use a metered taxi, and it's not too expensive at all. And then the same place that the taxi goes, if you've got yourself a hire car or a car of your own, you can actually park on site for free at the Kompleks Futsal, and from there it's like a 1 to 2 minute walk from the start. And then in terms of the post-park run coffee, so obviously you've just seen the clip before of me eating some snacks after the park run, looking very, very hot and sweaty. However, usually everyone goes to the Di Patan MZ Cafe. However, I believe it is now permanently closed. So if you are a local to this park run or you've gone recently, do make sure to let me know down in the comment section below of if there is any other better cafe or whether they bring snacks every week, because I wasn't sure whether they do that either. So those are all of my tips and tricks, but if you are a local to the park run or you have any of your own, do make sure to let us know what they are down in the comment section below, and I'll try and pin them up to the top so that other people watching this video can also find those too. But now it is time to take a look at my after run stats. So not much has changed at all, as we have now done 71 park runs at 52 different locations, but apart from that, nothing else in the stats has changed. My fastest times remain the same and my best finish position. But I do hope you all enjoyed this park run video, and if you did, you can go and check out another one of my park runs which I did last week, and that was in Singapore at East Coast Park Parkrun. So that was my first ever park run in Singapore. Or you can go check out all of my other park runs in the worldwide park run playlist, some of which were a lot cooler, especially in Norway and Finland. Next week though, we're going to be heading over to Fire Service College Parkrun, which was originally shut down, but it has now been reopened again, which is great news. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it should be a lot less humid and warm, so hopefully we can get a better time, but we'll have to see in next week's video.